Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all those who are going home from people's homes after Thanksgiving dinner. I just sat down, as you've seen, the remnants of some nice garlic parmesan mashed potatoes with some fresh giblet gravy. Excellent, excellent, excellent snack. And I wish to address the issues of the American pride and the American dream and the American U.S. Constitution that supports America. We have laws called treason and sedition. We have a United States flag. That flag and each star resembles each individual state. And as you know, what the individual red means and white means. But the idea of the flag is not just symbolic, it is a shield and it is a deterrent by pirates on ships that are American flagged. Because that flag entitles them to the American military's protection. That flag entitles them to a certain amount of sovereignty while on the high seas. Their rights under the U.S. Constitution still pertains. And those under the USNS heading, the United States Navy ship, which is owned physically by the Navy. It's not owned by the United States, it's owned by the Navy. Those ships are personal property of the United States Navy. And anyone who attacks them attacks not only the Navy, but the United States, because that flag is flying. Why I'm talking about this is because we have many people who say they're American citizens who are fighting for causes for other countries, protesting. They're burning our flag in protest to that country. Well, since they choose to burn that flag, our blood, sweat, and tears, as we've seen today with the death of an individual young lady serving her country, guarding the nation's capital, guarding the president and vice president of the United States, and guarding some of our most top secret installations within that perimeter. For them to do such is an act of treason. For them to take and bear, allegiance to another flag is an individual act of treason. It is okay if you have dual citizenship, that's fine. But when you bear allegiance and you proclaim and destroy the American flag at the behest of such protest in violation of the Constitution, is automatically employed under the act of treason. And we should call upon Congress and the Senate to pass a law that if an individual protests on behalf of a country that turns violent and the flags are burned, those individuals, whether they're United States citizens or not, should be deemed enemy combatants and sent back to that country that they're protesting on behalf of, regardless of their citizenship, regardless of where they were born. They are attacking the United States of America on behalf of another country. So therefore, they are not entitled to no individual protection under the U.S. Constitution but they are entitled to protection under the Geneva Convention and the War Powers Act. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, me being an individual United States military veteran and also a person who did 30 years in prison almost, and those who know me know that I do not like a rat or a fly in the ointment. And this is why we're going to take the stance where we're taking it. Everybody laughed and attacked the Italian Americans icons, and ripped down the Italian American flags. Italian Americans fly that flag side by side with the United States of America because we came to this country. We charted and circumnavigated the world to come to this country, and we came and built this country along with the Irish, the Germans, the Chinese, and the Africans. And those African Americans who choose to defy and burn the flag of the United States of America on behalf of a country are no longer welcomed in this country under the United States Constitution. This is why we call upon Congress and Senate to pass a bill, regardless who they are, to remove their citizenship automatically and send them to that country that they are protesting for. This is fair, it's just, and it's a good resolution to a very long festering problem. And it is really, really bothering me, because when you could have 2 servicemen shot in the Capitol, I was injured in the line of duty overseas. I know what it's like, and I know what it is to be away from your family. But on the shores of America, ladies and gentlemen, it's gone too far. On the shores of America, the Italian Americans fought with the Germans, fought with the Irish, but we never turned our backs on this country. We never turned our backs on this country when they took our property. They hung us because we were Italian Americans for our businesses they took. They put us in prison for no reason sometimes, because the vowel is at the end of the last name. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as an Italian American, former convict, former United States Navy who served overseas 2 tours, who went to college while in the military and learned the law, call upon Congress to enact a law to cease all this dissension. Take these people who protest in honor of their flag, of that country, whether you're a U.S. citizen or not, and send them back to that country that they're protesting for. Thank you very much. God bless you. And Nicole Maliotakis, I hope you hear this, because I really believe this is a good resolution to a problem. Thank you.